happen.
Yeah.
You know, it's not percentage points that are the differences between great fighters. It's hundreds of percentage points. You know, that's the difference, and that's the difference. To me, that's, you know, we've talked about it with Conor and Dustin. Conor is that guy. He was at that pinnacle. One of the best fights I ever saw, as far as the way someone fought it, was Conor when I did Conor and Eddie. He could not miss.
Might have been the best 155er on the planet.
Could not miss in anything.
Unreal.
He was at this level. He's not at that level now because all the other things that are important and all the business and everything, it starts to just bring you down while they're bringing it up.
Correct.
And that's what Dustin has done. He's kind of brought it up.
Agree.
Conor's got to
100%.
find that way to bring that thing back up.
Do you think he can?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I'm being honest, and I love when he was fighting and stuff, but he's got so many other things to focus on. It's tough just to focus on this one thing.
Even your
kids.
boy Khabib said it. Even Khabib was like, they're talking about him coming out of retirement. He's like, I just don't want to have to sacrifice what it takes to be at that level.
And that's
He goes,
what
to
it
be at the
is.
level that these guys are at, I don't want to sacrifice
And
that
it's selfish.
anymore. Yeah.
You've got to be selfish, and it's not, and nothing wrong with it. That's the mindset you've got to have to get to that level and stay at it.
The long-term conversation is like, hey, this is the hurt business. It's got to be one. You can't be both feet in. You can't have one foot out, and that's the problem. The problem is that he's got other things that are going on, whether it's financial, whether it's other business deals. I know we've been hearing that he's been working on a big TV deal as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if that all goes away now after the losses, but I'm just simply saying, like, he's got his hands in so many other things that he can't be dedicated to fighting. And so, I think we've seen it in his last two performances. He's just not there.
No, he's just not there, and you can't compete, especially with a guy like Dustin Poirier,
And all those guys have gotten
Pablo
better.
Rivera, or
That's it.
Khabib. Like,
Yep.
if you're not fully in, it's gonna be tough even if you're fully in to beat those guys.
But the guys here, and I don't want to say anything, like, I'm not trying to say anything negative about the guys he was beating before. Like, Eddie's a tough fight. Eddie, he got under Eddie's skin, though. It made Eddie fight a fight that he shouldn't have fought.
Correct.
Okay, the Nate Diaz fight, I'm sorry, but it's tailor-made for you. In terms of, they're both bigger guys, okay, but they're both strikers.
Nate's
There's
definitely bigger, though.
Yeah, Nate's taller, yeah.
Yeah.
But Nate is not physically strong.
Okay.
So when you put the two things together, like, that to me is just a fun fight for everyone in the fans to watch.
sure.
You know, so if he does come back, he needs to get a win before he fights for a title. Nate Diaz is a perfect fight because there's hype around it. You can do that. If Dustin's the champion, how are you going to feed him into there off of 3 losses?
You can't. You can't. It's
can't.
gonna be Conor, Nate Diaz 3.
Yeah,
or you get
it
like
should
a
be.
Conor, Tony Ferguson. Like, they would have to get Conor back on the winning path.
Yeah, but we're talking 12 months,
Next year.
18 months. Yeah, it's gonna take
next
some
year.
time.
And then remember his leg. Now he
Yeah.
has a titanium rod in it,
know,
which
that-
you know better. You have
Yeah.
a fucking.
I have one in my ankle too, and it
It's just
changed
not
the
gonna be
game.
the same.
It changed the way I kicked. It changed the way every time my elbow or time my foot hit an elbow, it almost crippled me.
Yeah.
Guys that have them in their forearms, like, oh yeah, it's illegal. No, it's not.
No,
Like,
and it
actually
hurts
hurts
you as
more than
much,
it actually
if
hurts
not
you more
more to
than
throw
them.
it.
Yeah, because I've got 9 screws in my ankle with the titanium plate in it. So it just, every time I would kick, if I just grazed the elbow a little bit and hit
Nightmare.
one of the screws, it's a nightmare. Almost dropped me every time.
Where you guys out on how Conor's dealing with the loss? You know, him getting on the mic and, you know, talking all that shit, you know, is whatever. And to me, that's Conor. And I was like, all right, it's kind of sad because, you know, he's 1-5. But then the other day when he posted about Khabib's dad, I'm like, well, we're officially, we
Yeah.
can't support
Yeah,
this
we've-
anymore.
We've
Yeah.
officially
I'm
crossed
officially
the line.
out. Yeah, now I'm out, dude.
Yeah.
You talk about a guy's father who died from COVID and you're making jokes about it. Well, now, thank you for the
Yeah.
great run. I'm out, man. That's to me where I was like, fuck, dude.
It's exactly.
And I defend him.
Even when he was in the ring. You know, and I love the fact that he was already thinking about, I got to make this look good. I got to start selling the next one. I got to say that I didn't get beat. My leg broke, even though he was getting beat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could be 10-8 round if you want.
And so, it was on 2 judges'
There
scorecards.
you
So
go.
you take a look, and he was already selling it, but then he went and he crossed the line. Don't say anything about someone's wife. You can say whatever you want about Dustin Poirier.
Agreed.
That's fair game.
That's fair
Okay,
game.
you can say whatever you want about Khabib. You don't bring in family. You don't bring in religion. You don't bring those things in. That's that line. Now you've stepped over it and crossed it. You're starting to lose perspective on what this is about.
And I'm curious what his reception's like in Dublin. Because remember when he hit that old guy in the bar?
Oh, yeah.
I have friends in Dublin who are like, yeah, we
Oh,
don't.
yeah, we've kinda
like
washed our
he's giving
hands.
us a bad name, man. Like we
Yeah.
don't want him to represent us anymore. And then he kind of earned their trust back. And then now with this and the Khabib stuff, you know, there's always gonna be diehard Conor fans. But I'm curious if
Absolutely.
even they're like, all right, dude, like this is enough.
There's just a level of being
Especially when you're not winning.
Yeah,
that's
there's
the
a
biggest
level.
thing.
See, you can be the heel
Yeah.
if you're winning.
Yep.
Because no one can say anything because you keep on winning. And there's going to be the people that they watch you because they love you and they want to see you win, and the people that I want to see you lose. Muhammad Ali was the greatest example
For
of
sure.
that whole concept of I'll be the heel.
Yep.
He was a
Floyd
good
Mayweather,
guy.
again.
Floyd Mayweather, same thing again. Again, he can do it because he doesn't get beat.
Yeah.
You know, Chael Sonnen, you know, we talk about it all the time. You know, I love Chael, one of the greatest talkers, and even a better talker than Conor as far as his ability to talk in the sport.
Might have been the best of all time.
Unbelievable.
He kind of set the blueprint for those
I
guys.
mean, just recently, I commented on. He says, you know, he's talking about Conor's loss and the leg break. And he's saying, look, personally, I don't know what that's like. I've never been beat, and I've never actually been injured. And I was like,
he's so
Yeah.
good.
But-
He's so good.
and he
I
sells
love
it
Chael.
like it's true, but the problem with Chael was he wasn't able to back it up all the time with the talk.
Yes.
He would talk the talk and he couldn't walk the walk with the guy he was fighting.
Yeah.
Conor was able to do that for a long time. Now,
Magical.
like you're saying,
But he brought up a
It's
good
not the
point.
same.
When you're the heel, right? You can be the heel as long as you're winning. But as soon as it turns the other way around and you lose, it becomes it has to do with whether you're mentally capable of handling that. Because you've
There's
always
that.
yeah, that's one of the biggest things, and which we've just found out right now. Connor's not able to mentally handle.
He's
it.
not handling it well.
He's not handling that
but,
well
But
at
it's
all.
also like, you know, when he was talking about the Aldo build up, and then even the Khabib, even though he lost that, we're still on board. And then it gets a little dicey. It's almost like a magician. You're like it was almost like he was like this higher being than everybody else, and we all bought into it. And he was this very unique guy. It's like a magician showing you your magic trick. You're like, oh, that's how you do it? All right, fuck, dude, we're out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're not winning anymore, and the magic, it's not cool. It's not there, man.
Yep.
You got to win.